This is Gloria Steinem, reporter from Global Girl Media Chicago. We are here today at the Will Hotel to interview Gloria Steinem, who was honored with the highest civilian award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and learn how women today can continue the fight for social justice. Why should girls like me from my generation care about the feminist movement?
It's not up to me to say whether you should care or not. It's up to you. I mean, if girls feel an unfairness in their lives, then I want girls to know that there are many women who've come before them and many girls who have come after them that are working for fairness too, and that can help.
So would you say that this issue is still relevant today?
I would say it is so relevant that it's even hard to express how relevant it is, because we're not getting paid equally for work we already do. There's a great deal of violence against females of all ages in this culture. We're still valued by the males we're attached to frequently somewhat more than for ourselves. So, you know, in every way for the individual or the group it's important, but it's also important for the globe, because we now know that the biggest indicator of whether a country is violent within itself or will use military violence against another country is not poverty or religion or natural resources or even degree of democracy, is violence against females. That normalizes all other violence. The idea of masculine, feminine, dominant, passive, the cult of masculinity that then tells men not only should they be in control of women, but they should be dominant towards each other. So if we want anything like peace on this fragile spaceship Earth, we have to go after the roots of that, and that is the violence against females.
The feminist movement seemed geared around highly educated upper middle class white women.
Actually, feminism, in my experience, was pioneered and invented by women of color. I learned feminism from women of color, from the National Welfare Rights Organization, from Shirley Chisholm, who was the first in Congress. You know, so the media frequently focuses on white women, which is itself an evidence of racism. But if you look at the public opinion polls, the very first public opinion poll of women's opinions on women's issues was in the early 70s. They measured white women and black women, not other women of color. Over 60% of black women supported the women's movement and the issues of the women's movement, and only 30% of white women. So actually, it's the other way around. To give the ownership of the women's movement to white middle-class women is to render women of color invisible.
This is Gloria Steinem, reporter from Global Girl Media Chicago. This is Our World and My Voice.